Federal agents and police released images in a desperate hunt for the people seen inside the Capitol during that siege. Gaston Emergency Medical Services just confirmed to Channel 9 an officer-involved shooting. Anthony, walk us through what you are able to see out there. Thank you. We know that as many people wake up and see that scene, they'll be wanting to figure out exactly what's going on. We look forward to your updates. Thank you. And I'm Brittany Johnson. Our top story today, the weather. Look at this. The first of 2 waves of a winter storm arriving this morning. We start this hour with live team coverage.
Really building up in the parking lot or on any of the roadways here. Okay,
we certainly know that can change just as quickly as it has during your live shot. Dave, thank you so much. Be safe as you head up to Lenore. We'll check in with you in just a bit. We want to take a moment now to share a special story with you. It's of a Charlotte couple who just got married and the kindness of others who helped them celebrate their love. Capon Williams and his new bride, Kelly, have been together for about a year, and oh, what a year it's been. They're homeless, and they live in tents just north of Uptown. With no income, the two planned on a very simple wedding at the courthouse. But when volunteers started reaching out to people, well, they made it a mission to make the Williams wedding special. That's just really touching there. Also, get this, okay, an anonymous donor booked the couple a room in Uptown Charlotte for several days. That way they can spend their wedding week away from the encampment. Really cool. We got meteorologist Keith Monday with us. And Keith, you know, you were doing weather for home, what, for months?
Yeah.
But it's time to confess. Okay, did you go for the full suit or the suit snuggie combo? What was your deal?
Jammy pants.
No jammy pants.
Now, just 30 minutes ago, we told you that the state's new stay-at-home order for slowing the spread of COVID-19 starts at 5 today.
Yes, yeah, that's a dire prediction there from the CDC director about the weeks ahead.
I mean, just sobering when you really think about it. Our Gina Esposito is in the studio with us this morning. And, you know, Gina, this is an important warning for all of us.
Families struggling to find housing are also more likely to see their children struggle in school.
Anchor Brittany Johnson went to Statesville, where she got an up-close look at a simple effort to keep kids focused on their education, not the uncertainty over where they will live.
My 13-year-old son, he's going to have a cow when I get home, because that was the first thing he told. My mama have clean clothes in the morning.
Get all the color clothes in here.
If you loathe sorting, washing, drying loads of laundry, talking to Tabitha Eggers might change your perspective.
He's like, make sure you wash my towel, baby. I'm going to wash your towel, honey.
For Eggers, being able to wash clothes isn't a chore. It's a gift. One less worry for families like hers, already struggling to afford a place to stay.
We had piled up clothes, and our income just wasn't, you know, between paying for the hotel room and paying for the kids, we didn't have the income to pay for the actual laundry itself.
Okay, so let me know how many more when y'all load all that up.
Until Tanya Reed stepped in, inviting the family to do their laundry for free.
I am that advocate for those children that are hidden in plain sight.
This free laundry day is one of many ways Reed helps families who are homeless.
Everything good at school? Okay, well, you hit Trent up if not.
She is the coordinator for Iredell-Statesville Schools' McKinney-Vento program, a federal law that provides protections to students who are homeless.
If their clothes are not clean, they don't come to school, so then therefore they don't learn.
In Statesville, a town of roughly 27,000, she says it can take families years to get placed in public housing. Many work, but still can't afford rent and utility deposits. And many don't have shelters to turn to.
Are there enough resources in the community to help these families?
Not here in Iredell County.
And while parents search for safe, stable, affordable housing, Reed works to keep the district's roughly 360 homeless students on track and give them hope.
A lot of them dwell with family and friends, hotels, shelters, and some at campgrounds, and even in the back of their cars. You come to school prepared in terms of your homework, so your academics may take a hit.
We followed along on a visit to Third Creek Elementary, which is seeing a rise in students who are homeless. Federal law provides free lunch, stable transportation, and school supplies. Reed goes beyond that, hosting food drives, fundraisers, and the monthly laundry day she started back in 2015. She's gone from paying out of her own pocket to enlisting help. Community members donate money. 12-year-old Alan volunteers, handing out quarters. Angie taxis families back and forth. The laundromat's owner, John, turns on the dryers, all for free. It may seem small to some, but But to families that have fallen on hard times, it's a little piece of normalcy. Stability.
We can have a dinner with that money. We can go get groceries with that money, and we can do other things with that money. And so that money means like a lot.
Reed says it's one less barrier.
My babies can roll to school and they have clean clothes.
For students who need to focus on their studies.
You have to have your education, because in this day and time, you can't get a decent paying job without having some type of education.
And that will be key to starting a new cycle for their families in the future.
Now, Reed told us that some parents hesitate to let the district know they're homeless because of misconceptions about how it will affect their families.
But they want students to have access to the critical services to help them. We put more on how to access the McKinney-Vento program in this story on WSOCTV.com.
Well, good morning. It is Thursday, November 12th, and I'm Brittany Johnson. A reminder, we are streaming live on WSOC now, so you'll want to keep that close. An important note for parents also this morning, we got some schools that are delayed. Alexander County schools, they have now switched to all remote learning. Caldwell and Catawba County schools, they're on a 2-hour delay this morning. Our reporter Dave Faraday is on Probst Road. This is just off Highway 64 south of Morganton, and firefighters there, they've been actively rescuing someone. Dave, you saw the end of that. What can you tell us now? You can sort of see now, though, where they're plowing through the water out there. That's because there's a lot of flash flooding all across the Channel 9 viewing area right now. We have a team of live reporters. They are spread all across our area, and we're going to get to them in just a moment. But first, we have to check in with meteorologist Keith Monday in Severe Weather Center 9. Keith, the rain, the flooding has caused many dangerous issues
throughout the morning, Brittany.
All right, thank you, Mark. And of course, a lot of those closures are along pretty popular thoroughfares there. We want to turn now to some breaking news. This is on I-85 and a portion of the interstate in North Charlotte. It is completely flooded right now.
Back to you guys.
Dave, you mentioned the mudslides. What other type of debris have you seen out there? I've talked to folks who said they've seen lots of limbs down as well because of that ground saturation. All right, looks like we lost Dave, but as you can see there, the rain has stopped where he is, but the flooding has not. Another area where we've seen lots of issues this morning, Iredell County. Around 7 o'clock this morning, we spoke live on the phone with Kent Green. He is the Iredell County Emergency Management Director, and he explained the reason that several people have had to be pulled from the floodwaters this morning. So you've got people just not even aware of the situations that they're driving into. Now that it's lighter, though, hopefully we won't be having those problems.
Right, yeah.
About the home evacuations as well, are these areas that sort of fit the category of usual suspects, or are you all seeing flooding in areas that don't typically see these kinds of problems? We're glad that those folks are okay, and hopefully there's no one else out there. Anthony Castora live for us in Hidden Thank you. This is as they stood there on the porch waiting for rescuers to come to them. You can see there that water at that point rushing.
It's underneath their
right
house
underneath, and I'm sure they could see it rising. All right, Dave Faraday live for us in Burke County. Just one more place hit by the heavy flooding here. We also do want to tell you that UNC Charlotte now, they're at what's called Condition 1. Okay, that means travel is not recommended. Classes might be delayed. So, of course, we'll keep an eye on that. We'll let you know if any of the conditions worsen there. Homes just inundated by water in Alexander County. Roads covered in Lincoln County. This was a look at the interstate earlier here, where just cars driving through feet of water. We want to make sure that you have your app downloaded so that you can continue to follow along as we continue to watch for the flooding risk throughout the day.